The community is fantastic. And here's an example. I wasn't sure if they wanted me to show if they were comfortable with me showing their name, but they actually, in the comments section, gave us all a fantastic template on how to make sure you have a COVP order. So why don't we just make this into a little quick 2-minute episode before we talk about JD Power and Consumer Reports basically saying that, almost saying it's game over for Ford. Consumer Reports saying not to buy Ford, JD Power, and I will explain how JD Power does things because I've got some really pertinent information that will help you sleep better, or maybe just help you not, maybe you wouldn't have bought a Ford anytime soon because of that information. And I'm going to cover that. But first of all, these days you need to COVP your order. So here's an episode, how to COVP your order. So thank you very much. We've got a fantastic auto community here at Johnny's Car Care and Reviews. And at Ford, if you make an order, you need to COVP to protect your price, to make sure it actually gets in, maybe even ever, or in a more timely fashion. So you get it much faster if you COVP. It'll protect your price. It will protect your interest rate. You need to know this, folks, and there's an order. You need to know what protections to actually, what proofs to get so you're protected. Let me say the biggest part of this, the number one thing is make sure you walk away with the dealership's signature that shows the current price and the interest rate. They sign, you get a copy. That is your biggest protection for when the vehicle gets in. Now, try to get COVP as soon as possible. If you want a 2024 Ford Maverick, even if you get COVP'd on the 2023 price and you get, obviously at this point, you're not getting a 23, you will get a 24, but at least if you get them to sign for a 23, that if it magically came in as a 23, you get that current interest rate and price. It's probably going to be a whole lot easier getting them to then sign when it gets converted to a 2024. It'll be pretty easy to get them to sign that. So get COVP'd as soon as possible. Now, this is a great template. So here's the thing. They're saying basically, let's say for 2024, you'd want an all-wheel drive hybrid Maverick. It might happen, but I'd be surprised at this point because they're not on their mid-model refresh. But you can put it, always add it in writing, right on the purchase offer or lease offer or build sheet that they would then need to, in writing or type up saying that, they're going to protect that price and protect that interest rate. Howdy ho, Ford video guy. Thank you very much for joining. So you can always add the note that for 2024, if the all-wheel drive hybrid is available, that's what you want. In case they just decided to, take your 2023 conversion and just in the system try to modify it and reuse your driver's license. And I don't know what they do for your signature, but things happen. But it is best to put it in writing so they at least they're reminded of it. You might forget, they might forget, you might say it later on, they might, forget it. If it's written, it's hard to miss. So write what you want, ideally, for the 2024, which we don't know yet for the Maverick, what that's going to be, or for the Bronco. So write kind of your Christmas list. Write what your current color that you want is. If you want Cyber Orange as a 2024, you could write, if Cyber Orange is available, that's what I want.
A little wish list.
If there are any selected accessories, really try not to take any accessories. They very well might hold you back. So, bed covers, roll up, fold up, bed liners, mud flaps, interior cargo mats, all those accessories, try to avoid them. Get them from your Ford store parts department, or if you like getting stuff on Amazon, well, go to one of our episode descriptions where we have an Amazon affiliate link. You'll pay the same price. Amazon will be forced to send us a bit of money, so it'll help us out. We really appreciate that.
And is the itch still on that list of accessories that you better not pick now?
I showed the sheet in a recent episode, and I'm already editing. I'm about to be done a current Maverick episode on things to consider avoiding. So we'll leave that for, you'll have to hit the bell notification and subscribe, folks, because if you do have the bell notification and you're subscribed, well, then you're definitely will not miss our episode coming up on what to have and what not to have on your Maverick order when, to help get you ready for this 2024 ordering experience. Now, if you want to look up the date, we've got the date here, Marie, on our sheets, highlighted in yellow. If you want to look at that while I just cover one more note. Now, once this is done, once you've, built and you've got your build sheet with your dealer, you sign it, get them to sign it, keep a copy. And from there, you're going to want to follow the Ford's customer order verification process and ask them so that, you make sure that they are going to COVP, say, will you COVP this? And that way you're going to get a confirmation email from Ford. But when they go into Webdo, they'll also be able to generate a sheet that proves that they ordered it. Ask them for that as well. Ask your dealership for that sheet so you know that they didn't just take your order, put it on the desk, and it falls on the floor, gets covered by another stack of papers. It actually got done. So I love it how we've got community members, taking the time to write out the full process here of what you need to do. You can also ask them to make sure that they go into Smart Vincent and, pull the price protection with all the incentives and have that sheet because it has a date on it and that they put it in the file, and that could be pretty useful. And so is, of course, I mentioned it already, but I'll just remind you, get a printout of the screenshot of the completed Webdo sheet. So really very good information from a community member, really helping out the community here, and I love to see that.